Hey, hello everybody on Facebook and YouTube land. Today I am with two beautiful ladies, and we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, money. Hi, Nihan.
Woohoo!
Hi, Sinam. Hello, everybody.
Sorry. Hello, everybody.
Hmm. Hi, and we name today's topic What if money could work for you instead of you working for money? And I just want to acknowledge, like, first and foremost, like, that is a very different concept in the world that we are living, because when it comes to money, it's all about where I'm going to get my money, where what I have to do to get my money, how hard I have to work to get my money, and it's all about what we have to perform, what we have to deliver, so we can get money. And one of the things that Gary Douglas and Dr. Dean Hirsch, when they wrote this book, I'm gonna say, like, they're actually like inviting us to a totally different possibility on the planet Earth with being with money, and actually inviting us to actually inviting money to our life. Like, I personally, I don't know, like, how was it for you, Nihan or Sinam? Like, when I grew up, I never heard somebody saying, hey, you can actually ask for money to show up in your life. You can actually, your very being, have a capacity, and with your being you can invite money into your life. Like, if somebody like probably told me this like 10 years ago, I would go, dude, you're just nuts. Like, this is not possible. And today, like, I actually like did, with the use of the tools, was able to change the financial reality that I was in to a financial reality that, like, I was literally getting paid from my dad. Like, he was paying me 70 to 100 euro every month, and my personal point of view was, this is like as good as it can get, and I'm not capable of even generating that. To with the use of the tools, now I am generating sometimes like 100 times of that in a month, and there is a continuously money flow. And that did came from like my willingness to work with the tools and weed out all the insane point of views that I personally had, that was not allowing more money to come into my life. Hmm.
Can we explore this a bit in our life?
Yeah.
We get that we use the tools. We get that, okay, there is a possibility. And I know that sometimes when we first mentioned this possibility of like, hey, what if money could work for you? What if you could have an abundance of money? It's like, yeah, I want that, but it's not really possible. So, what invitation can we be right now, today, to what's it like for money to work for you? It could be
Hmm.
personal or things you've seen with your clients using these tools. What is that? Let's create that energetic space as well, that different possibility. Because what is it really?
Yeah, and it's a brilliant question. So, first of all, like, thanks so much for your question. And like, what is money working for me is where I am willing to include my being. And when I include my being and allow consciousness, and I'm gonna say, like, in my body, to lead the way, like, how everything that comes into my life, like, for me, that is money working for me. Like, I wake up in the morning and I go, okay, like, where is my energy required today? What I can create, what can I do, and what can I choose that will allow my financial reality to grow? And it's not based on linearity, which I tried a long time to do. I was like, oh, if I do this, I will get money. Or like if I work 1 hour, that means I will get paid 25 euro. So it was not coming from that. Like I actually personally tried to create from that space. And for all of you that did try that, like did that ever worked for you? Like did that work for you, Sinam or Nihan? Like how was your financial reality when you do try to linearize it?
Mm. It doesn't work for me actually.
Yeah. Yeah. How's it for you, Nihan? Like, does it work for you? Like when you're linearizing or trying to figure out or make sure that you like calculate all the steps on the way?
It doesn't work for me. And in full vulnerability, I'll say that I have one foot in that linear and one foot in a different reality right now. And it's very uncomfortable. And I go through that opposition or difference every day. Like last night, I was having a conversation with a friend, and she was actually coming from like a place of possibility, but there was a bit of linearity in her approach. And I jumped right into it. I was like, oh, yeah, she's right. I should do this, this, this. And my whole world shrunk.
Yep.
My whole world went like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then it became this like, I don't know my next step. Anxiety set in. I already was perceiving some anxiety. That's where my friend was trying to help me. But I
Wow.
realized going into linearity used to be my like lifeboat. And right now, when I go there, it actually drowns me.
And can I ask you a question? Would that be?
But it's not sustainable. It's like trying to water the desert with a water can.
Yeah. And can I ask you? Oops. She actually just dropped. And like the question that I wanted to ask Nihan, and when she come back, like, was she actually make that other person's reality greater than what is true for her? And I'm so grateful that she did bring that up, because how often that we make other people's realities and what they choose greater than what is true for us. And she described it beautifully. And when she did make that choice, when she did make the other person's reality greater than what's true for her whole reality shrunk. And
Wow.
when we choose that, and when we do go into the contraction, then we disconnect from all the molecules in the universe. And one of the things that Dane has been talking is using our psychic abilities through the universe instead of through people. And actually, Nihan was putting her psychic ability through people and in that particular person, and she was disconnected from all the molecules in the universe that has consciousness that is looking to contribute to her to have a greater possibility with her financial reality. And for me, when I am willing to be that space, and when I am willing to go beyond the autonomy, and autonomy is where you go, I will do it myself, I don't need your help, I will figure this out, I will work hard, I will be right. Like these are all the places that we go into the autonomy and separate from consciousness instead of working with consciousness and allowing consciousness to work for us and contribute to us.
Yeah, it is huge for us.
Yeah, and it is huge. And I just want to acknowledge at the same time, like I still can go into the linearity. I can still go into the thinking, trying to figure out, worry, the madness, the insanity. And I now know that that is not going to lead me in the way that I would like to go. So I start to use the tools, and there's so many brilliant and amazing tools and so many pragmatic tools in
Yeah.
this book, right, which is for you. Like if you haven't bought it yet, or if you haven't read it yet, I will highly suggest to purchase the book and starting to explore it. And if you like to join me for 8 weeks, I am going to start the book club. Yeah, me too. I'm like, yay! From tomorrow for 8 weeks, and we'll be going over like different parts of it, and we'll be exploring together to to actually explore what else is possible with our financial reality, like when we don't put our psychic abilities through people and this reality, because this reality, it wants you to go linear. It wants you to go into a structure. It's so, oh, if you quit your 9 to 5 job, like you will fail, or just stick on to this job, or trying to save your money,
Yeah.
instead of going, oh, like what is possible for me? Is this really working for me? Is there something else is possible? What creative and generative capacities that I have that I haven't yet acknowledged, that I haven't yet choose? And like for me, that's the beauty of consciousness. It just makes me so excited.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nihan. You share it, and thank you, Troy, you for your questions, because we hear every day about money, something, but we don't hear listen question about money in a day. It is so different and so big invitation.
And actually, I love what you said, because everybody is trying to sell their point of views to you as it's gold, and they were trying to give to you their judgment and their limitations, going, oh my god, the world is in a terrible place, there won't be money in the future, you better save up for the future disasters.
Yeah.
And they give to you their conclusions, but there's, as Sinam said, there's very little people that actually ask you a question, going, hey, yeah, like this is what's going on in the world, like not being utopian either, like, which is, oh, like everything will be okay, everything is wonderful, like it's not that too, but being present with, okay, like this is what's going on in the world. And a lot of people have this point of view that we will have a very disastrous future, but is this true for me? What is possible for me that I haven't acknowledged?
Yeah, and book club, and when we meet together, I have a lot of space for questions. I can I can listen to me myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love too. Like when we come together, like there is I'm gonna say like a collective consciousness that do melt all the lies, all the structures, all the solidity, all the madness. And then, as Sinam said, like we get to be the space that do allow you to receive and listen what is true for you. And this is one of the questions I would love to give in this life, which is asking, what is true for me here? What is my financial reality? And starting to explore that. And for me, if I be honest, like I did require a lot of support. I required a lot of education. I required a lot of tools to change the financial reality that I was personally in. And I still do require a lot of support, because we are living in a world that have a lot of insanity and a lot of fixed point of views. That's when it comes to money. So actually, that's why I'm facilitating this book club, because it's a massive contribution to me too. So I
Yeah.
hope this live being a contribution to you, and thank you so much, Sina, for being here with me, and thanks so much, Nihan. Even her Wi-Fi is dropped. It was beautiful to have you on, and if anybody's out there who would like to join us, we are starting tomorrow, and I'm just gonna pop the link into the comments. And yeah, and even if you're watching this live after we started, you can still join us. There will be recordings every week from each call. And is there anything else that you would like to add before Sinam we finish up?
Thank you so much. I can't wait for this book club.
Me too.
Because money is so huge topic in the world. And I need to tools, and it helps me every time. Really.
Yeah. Like yeah, it's
Amazing.
yeah, like for me it is magic. Like when you are willing to use the tools, when you're willing to change your point of view and let go of the point of views that doesn't work, like how everything show up differently. For me, that's the true magic on planet Earth. So we would love to invite you, and wishing you all a beautiful night, beautiful morning, or beautiful day wherever you are in the world.
Yay,
Bye
thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, Nihan. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much, Nian. Bye bye.